So this is something that I would love to see. And you never know. One of the things that we've been exploring, Games Workshop looking to dominate the market. Games Workshop looking to take their Warhammer IP, I would say right now, although it's shifting. I would say right now, certainly Warhammer 40,000 is the most well-known, but Age of Sigmar is making tremendous gains. And it's not that old. It's only a few years in. But this idea of the Warhammer brand, yes, it's a tabletop game, but we've been seeing Games Workshop diversify and push out more and more, moving into collectibles, moving into action figures, Warhammer Plus, soon to move into animations and fan content. And of course, they've always had the line of board games and standalone games from their Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar line. But also what's been interesting in the past year was moving out to standalone, Necrons versus Space Marines, standalone board games that are produced to be able to play in retail stores, straight up retail. And of course, comic books, novels, and graphic novels. So they're pushing out, they're diversifying out. True dominance. Where is my Warhammer 40,000 Lego sets? Where are the Lego sets? I mean, that would be a technological terror that would just dominate the known universe, make the Death Star look like baby cakes. And I say Star Wars because look at the success of merging Star Wars and Harry Potter also, that line, that IP, bringing it to Lego. Sets after sets after sets. And they're quite intricate. They're very, very interesting. I would love to see a partnership. Now, in the past, certainly in the past, it could happen. I mean, we have two titans, two companies. How would we navigate that? There's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of who owns what and partnership. But in the past, Games Workshop has partnered long time ago. HeroQuest, exploring that, the rules with Hasbro and the actual miniatures, Games Workshop. As things have advanced, their board gaming IP, Talisman and other board games, they've been kind of sent out to other companies to run. And of course, Games Workshop has always held the miniatures. They produce the miniatures and focus on that. They're not going to outsource that. But Legos are not miniatures. It could happen. Well, Fritz, that's just wish listing, brother, because 40K is just too grimdark. Absolutely too grimdark. Would never fly. It's not kid-friendly for Legos. And I say, is it? And the reason why I say, is it, recently watching The Mandalorian. Watched through once, watched through a second time, see a lot of things I didn't miss. And I've come to the realization, and of course, watching Star Wars, the episodes, including the sub-episodes with Solo and Rogue One, Star Wars is violent. People getting shot everywhere, limbs getting hacked off, things blowing up. I mean, it's candy-coated, it's graphics, it's flash effects and lighting, but like Star Wars is pretty brutal. So I think you could have a Lego Grimdark set and it would be absolutely fine. And there are already enough Lego sets out there with guns and spiky bits and swords and things like that. Okay, we don't have to go like full chaos, but toned down Lego sets, Space Marines Lego sets, like I'm sold. I don't even need to see it. $120, done. Build it, play it. Just that would be really, really awesome. So I say that half joking, but I say that also, look, Games Workshop is looking to dominate outside of their miniature media. And that miniature media is always going to be a cornerstone. But I believe, and I've covered this in a few other vlogs that I pushed up to the channel under the mailbag playlist last week and the week before, I believe in a good way, and I'm excited about it. Games Workshop evolving out into a media company, evolving out into a toy company to diversify. You've got a great IP. It's, 30 years old or something at this point. It's time to capitalize on that momentum. So something like Lego, is it that much of a wish list? And anything could happen. Anything could happen. But, I mean, imagine how cool that would be. Lego Space Marines. Lego, just a Lego Land Raider. Some dude made a Lego Land Raider. It moved and it had lights and it was motorized. I would love a Lego Land Raider. I've got 13 Land Raiders. Can never have enough Land Raiders. To have a Lego one, that would be awesome. And the true Grimdark fans, of course, would build their 40K army. I don't know if you could do this because technically, right, the updated, well, this would be rather interesting. The updated rules for Games Workshop events, GW only minis. So like if I show up with my Lego army, could I play? Now, if someone showed up with a Lego army at the club and it's WYSIWYG and it's the correct colors, like I have to play that army. I just got to give mad respect and I have to bow down to the fact that they put the time and effort to make a Lego army. But all kidding aside, there would be players out there dedicated to the Imperium that would have an entire Lego 40K army. Okay, yes or no? And half in jest, because to have something like that happen, titans of the toy industry, titans would have to meet, and gods don't like to share. So I understand that, the tyranny of the stars. But at the same time, imagine that alliance, what that would be like. It would be like Zeus and Hades coming together to meet and unite. I mean, a true clash of the titans from that perspective.